What will happen to Indo-Sri Lanka relations post Jayalalithaa? Let's take a look.
Last week we saw the demise of an iconic leader, the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in India, more commonly known as Amma. She is none other than Jayalalithaa Jayaram. Now, what will India be after the demise of Jayalalithaa Jayaram? That is a question in everyone's mind. And to discuss that, we have Mr. R.K. Radhakrishnan, the former Colombo correspondent of the Hindu newspaper and the current associate editor of the Frontline. Welcome to the show, Mr. Radhakrishnan.
Thank you.
Mr. Radhakrishnan, with the passing of Jayalalithaa Jayaram, will there be a void in state politics in Tamil Nadu as well as national politics in India?
That's what we expected. In fact, we thought that state politics was in for a period of uncertainty because Jayalalithaa did not have a second line of leadership. Though Mr. O. Pannirselvam has been Chief Minister at least on 3 different occasions. Now, because of that, we thought that once Jayalalithaa passed away, there will be a lot of chaos in the party will actually break up. But events in the past 1 week, ever since she has passed, show that the party is extremely mature and has exhibited a lot of signs of coming together in this crisis and showing to both India and the world that it is not a party to be taken lightly.
Do you think O. Pannirselvam will be able to fill her shoes, or will he do better than her even?
Yeah, I mean, as of now, the 1 week's incidents have shown that he actually is doing better than Jayalalithaa. The first thing was, of course, to manage the aftermath of her death because, in Tamil Nadu, like anywhere else, the death of an iconic leader of the stature of Jayalalithaa always brings a lot of grief to people. This grief is vented out on the streets, sometimes on buses, sometimes on public property, sometimes on even private property and people. Now, that has been completely avoided. There has been no incident of, any mass organized large-scale violence in Tamil Nadu or any other part of the state, Chennai or any other part of the state. Having said that, we have also seen the way, the dignified manner in which the ministry itself conducted, the way they moved Jayalalitha's body for public viewing, the way they made sure that the burial was next to MGR and all of that, and absolutely no law and order problem. Second thing is the cabinet met 3 days later. They passed a resolution to condone her death. At the same time, they also have given clearance to a slew of projects that Jayalalithaa was actually sitting on. So actually she's doing much, the O. Pannirselvam is doing much better than Jayalalithaa.
You said law and order has been maintained following her passing, something that a lot of people expected not to happen. But a lot of media reports in India itself say that her death was suspicious and that there are a lot of requests being made to Prime Minister Narendra Modi that her death be investigated. Your opinion on that?
See, I've written very elaborately on her admission and events leading up to the admission in Frontline. Now, beyond that, yes, there is an element of doubt in a lot of things that happened, mainly because the press releases which were coming up out of the hospital, Apollo hospitals, did not have credibility because initially they said she was admitted for fever and dehydration, which I think was a very wrong thing to do. But possibly the hospital went by what the government at that point wanted them to do.
And if since she was admitted in September for a period of 70 odd days until her death, no one was allowed to see her, visit her.
Exactly. The problem was that she was in a state where nobody can actually visit her. So that the hospital should have made it very clear that they did not, they failed in their duty, I would say. But I think they were under tremendous pressure from the state government. In fact, during this entire period, as you rightly referred to, 75, 76 days of hospitalization, there have been only 14 press releases, and only towards the end of when her end was almost becoming clear, did Apollo Hospital take the initiative to tell the state government that no, we cannot be playing your game, we have to put out the facts.